I'm a dude, Chad. She is not. Get to who she is in just a moment. Previously on the draw stream, may have noticed that there was no voice or sound at all. That was by design. I just didn't feel like talking at the moment. Deep house sounds good. Yo, Lily K. The lady is Alexa Torres, the MC of my science fiction novel. And it can be so much easier to explain who she is now that we have some visuals. Okay. It's fairly close to getting finished, but it's not there. So when skin color is a little off. There we go. By the way, Chill Morning Deep House Mix by Lily K from 9 months ago. And I'll be right back. I keep forgetting to get the pillows for the ergonomics. All right. Totally unprepared, chat. Totally unprepared. All right, so as you know, Bob, plants derive food from sunlight. And to be more accurate, plants use sunlight as a catalyst in their chemical reactions that eventually generate basically sugar, which fuels their growth. Light is just electromagnetic radiation on a particular spectrum. Well, a particular range of spectra, I should say. Waves are magnetic radiation, including brain waves. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the science breaks down a little bit here, but there are sort of, I suppose, alien creatures. I wouldn't go so far as to call them aliens because they've been on Earth for a very long time and might even evolve there. I'm not specific about that, but there are creatures in this setting that instead of sunlight to help create sucrose, they use brainwaves, which are also on the electromagnetic spectrum. They use brainwaves from animals with central nervous systems, and in particular, for whatever reason, they evolved to derive most of their nutrition from the brainwaves that creatures with central nervous systems put out when they are. These creatures I'm talking about eat pain. The creature is called Cantos. It is basically a huge hive mind organism. If you've ever played Warhammer 40k or StarCraft, you might think of as Vigor the Tyranid at this point. Big fleshy meat aliens that are capable of making big fleshy meat structures. And Cantos is no different from breeding a nearly infinite variety of different offspring that serve different purposes. Some become structures like the central structure it lives in, that its consciousness lives in, called Primus, which is a supermassive structure that's hidden somewhere in the Earth. Or it could be, or she could create offspring that are sort of completely whole hog formed monsters called Criers. In the past, were responsible for harvesting humans for to get started. Anywho, and I apologize for the terrible explanation. For some reason, it's not flowing like it normally does. Anywho, like I was saying, Cantos is this massive hive-mind organization that can create any sort of offspring that she wants in order to fulfill various roles. Yeah. Ultimately, those offspring are designed for one thing: feeding her and making sure she gets enough pain so that she can make enough food to survive, obviously. So, I was mentioning she made criers, basically monsters. You know, like your Zerglings and your Hydralisk and your Hunters, Enforcers, and stuff like that. Yeah. Then their job is to go out and harvest humans for her to eat, quote unquote. And I was starting with it, but now it's her, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But she doesn't act the humans and tear up their flesh and digest it and throw it in acid that eventually derive nutrients from it that way. No. What she does is most of her flesh buildings that she builds with her various offspring have sort of, you can call them amniotic fluid sacs, which are keeping alive and also keep them in massive pain until their bodies finally can't take it anymore, and then they die. Ooh. So essentially, she kidnaps humans, throws them in little sacks, sticks them full of tubes and tendrils, and keeps them fed and oxygenated and hydrated and alive while they're being mentally until their body can't handle it, and then they die. Pain to help create more food. Yeah. You may be wondering at the efficiency of this whole process, and maybe it's not exactly efficient anymore, but that's not usually how evolution works. So long as the creature is able to reproduce, it'll keep its traits, because the traits will go to the next generation. Well, Cantos has been around for years. And when Cantos reproduces, it either reproduces another whole independent being like itself, or criers and buildings and things like Alexa. So natural selection wise, she's actually fine even with these inefficiencies. And if you are an evolutionary biologist, and I hope to have any idea what how evolution works, please let me know. I don't know if I actually changed the story, but yeah, I would like to know where I'm going wrong at least. Anyway, so summarize, there are pain-eating aliens. There's a pain-eating alien overmind that can create a variety of creatures to do a variety of different tasks. Actually, extremely small. A parasite that goes into the brain of humans. This parasite, called a mind gall, when it enters a human, does too. They get a dopamine hit. and a very intense one. Like we're talking close to drug levels of high. I say close because they don't usually space out, because that would be kind of bad. But they definitely feel very good, and it also takes away a great deal of their pain, mental or otherwise. Thus, it becomes quite addicting to be near people who are in pain. Number 2, the Mind Gall also manages a system of tissue generating cells that basically the infested human greater strength and greater speed and other really cool, neato abilities, mostly designed to help them hurt better. Like some of these infested humans, which are called chanters, infested human slaves are basically chanters. Yeah. Called chanters, I should say. Some of them get claws, some of them get blades coming out of the wrist like Bakura. Not her, actually, strangely enough. Some get enhanced senses and other neat powers. And I forgot to mention, the Mind Gall does a third thing. It basically functions as a kill switch. The Mind Gall has a sack of poison inside it, and also a sort of telepathic connection to Kantos. And before you roll your eyes like, the science is gone. Yeah. The telepathic connection is actually a little bit more like a cell phone network. I'll explain that a little bit later. But Kantos can hear your thoughts basically through the Mind Gall. And if Kantos detects rebellion or crimes, she can have the Mind Gall activate the poison sac and inject poison to the human brain, killing them, if not instantly, very quickly, very painfully. Serves as an excellent lesson for those who would be confused as to whether or not to rebel later on. But don't fall for the okey doke. There's something funny about the truth. So, believe in something, but believe in the right thing. You gotta protect your mind. This is a sign of the times. I was just taking a while to render. Okay. Alexa Torres is a chanter who's infested with a Mind Gall. Whenever she's near someone that's in pain, she gets high. She got this way because her mother was dying of terminal brain cancer, and one of the alien agents came forth and offered a chance to parasite.
of your mental. Reach out to somebody who needs help. Reach out to somebody who needs love. Stay positive in the negative. Shine bright in the dark. And protect your mind. This is the
That might work out, actually. Raise it a little bit. Yep, perfect. Rather than get a biological implant, she does have some. She's quite a bit stronger and faster than your average 5-foot wearables that are living creatures like these arms and this leather jacket that do various things for her in exchange for her mother staying alive. She's infested with this parasite and made into a slave for Cantos. Her job is to go out in the world, grab the homeless and forgotten, kidnap them, and traffic them to Cantos, who processes them and throws them in the evil Bacta tanks and she does not like this. It kind of goes against her whole Catholic. I mean, the God side of her kind of makes sense because the world's just that fucked up. But yeah, it doesn't really jive with the whole being a child of God, loving Jesus, and not supposed to hurt people. But she does it anyway, not only to keep her mother alive, but also to keep her friends who are also chanters in choir. It's the name of the series called Choir and Sworn. Try to keep them alive, because she's kind of noticed something. And she's rebelled before against Cantos, both in obviously the Gaul's never been activated in her. Otherwise, she wouldn't be around. Yeah. But Cantos has made it clear, not exactly why. She's never been adversely affected by the mind gall. She has not made that clear that she's more than willing to hurt people that she loves if she doesn't fucking behave. I don't know what it's showing up. 3 light for some reason. 95 opacity. Oh, the hardness is
del campo viviré, si no pienso, no me falta mi sangre, pero quiero en la huella del camino.
Latina shit. That is until those finally just crosses the line that she can't abide by. It just starts trafficking children directly. At this point, suffer the little children. Alexa can't bear doing what she does anymore. And she goes for the open rebellion suicide run against finally just kill her, or she is going to cause Kanto some grief. Either eventuality is just fine by her. Oh, the opacity is not coming very quickly. That's okay. Just be patient then. That's back down.
Corona no te quiero, no me pienso alejar del campo viviré, me pienso alejar. No me falta mi sangre, pero quiero negar en la olla de carne, poderte tocar.
Oh, that's
Digo que la palma
with that.
que me manda mi mano, si el reposo de espalda, la sirena se va, solo que recuerda a la esquina del mar. No he querido soñar, aunque anda.
Oh, sorry. Diffuse light. Really? Ah. Here. Actually, I'm trying to explain something while I'm supposed to be waiting. Silencio. And what about the sworn part? Well, Kantos isn't the only creature like itself. There was another one, and it rears its ugly head while staging her rebellion. And although she survives this initial suicide run, yeah, she's left with a lot more questions than answers. And I am definitely left with this conclusion. It is really hard and kind of pointless to explain stuff and draw at the same time. Because that was a terrible, terrible presentation of the concepts behind this book. TLDR. Alexa is a slave to aliens who eat pain, and her job is to kidnap people for those aliens to eat, and she don't like it, and she eventually rebels, knowing that she should be killed instantly by the kill switch buried in her brain. Doesn't get killed, and in fact finds that there may be an even worse threat than Kantos. Targeting not only herself, but while I won't guarantee it's the most literary fiction you will you will ever read. I can brag that I really get to experience the personality of the nasty alien thingy itself, Cantos. Cantos is a very important character. Very important character. Time, people. Thank you for watching this extra awkward edition of Murky Masters Draw Streams. Which he explains the lore behind Alexa Torres. Y'all have a good morning. I know I will.